We are live. Hey everyone, RT Bear here. Welcome to Hack Studios. And I am eating. That's rude. I tried to get it down before. Studios. Wait, what the hell? Eating. That's rude. What the hell? I heard myself. I think I had another tab open. So I think I'm good now. Hey, we got Oni64. Hail. Art the Merciful. Yes. No. I am not merciful. I'm vengeful. Today I am vengeful. No mercy. So I'm gonna try to do something. I'm gonna talk to you guys with this camera, and then I'm gonna try to do some drawing. So I'm gonna turn the camera off, set it up, and then do some work. And that's the plan, anyways. But I wanted to hang out. I kind of like talking directly like this. At first, I didn't like it. When I first started doing my YouTube channels, I kind of liked hiding behind this thing right here. Watch this. I kind of liked hiding behind this. But now I've come out of my shell. And one-on-one, baby. One-on-one. Just you and me. And I got my weapon of choice here. And oh my gosh, excuse me. Like I said, I just grabbed some food before. So I'm digesting right now. Wow. That was gross. Okay, Liberty Bell, how are you? Hey there. Hi there, ho there. And I borrow ideas, only the good ones. And we have Shadowhawk. Greetings and salutations, Artie Bear. What is up? What is up? What is this? What is this face? It looks like a grumpy face. Oni's grumpy. Victor Thomas, hey, hey, hey. We've come to snuff a rooster. So yeah, you guys, this is going to be a little bit of back and forth too. So feel free to ask questions in the chat, things like that. One of the things I wanted to talk about is we did a couple updates on Black and White. So we added a couple things, and I have the new Black and White artwork that I wanted to show you guys. So if you wanted to back that Black and White artwork tier in the new Second Chance campaign, but you did not know what it was going to look like. Now you will know what it looks like, and I am going to be inking that up sexy today on this show. So we got some more people in the chat. How you doing? Hello, Sexy Bear. Yes, the mighty RT Bear. Fragaboom, Paul Aziovedo. All right, all right, all right. I love that song. So do I. I think you're talking about the Alice in Chains song. All right, well, let's go. Let's go to screen share. Hey, we got Blue Samurai. What's up? Hey, Spirits Car. Hey, Narwhal is streaming awkwardly with some cute artist chick right now. Too painful to watch. He's trying the friend angle. Yikes. I don't think that's the place to actually meet women and invite them to your live stream. I think by today's standards, what they call it grooming. So perhaps Narwhal is grooming that young lady. I don't know what he's doing actually. I'm just taking what Spirits Car said as fact. He's probably being very respectful. No, he's not. He's not. All right, let's do what we set out, and let's do some screen sharing. And let's go to this campaign. So this is the Second Chance. I believe in second chances. I am a firm believer in it. This is Volume 2, Black and White, Second Chance campaign. We are, what are we? Today is Tuesday, is that right? Tuesday. So we are about midway into our second week. I have the window open, you guys, so it's going to be a little noisy, but it's really nice out, so I apologize for any outside noises. I try to mute it when it happens, but it's kind of hard when you're in the middle of saying something. So anyway, yeah, so we're about midway through the second week. We're doing very, very well. Thank you guys so much. We have 315 backers. We've had a lot of activity this morning, so I do appreciate that. Thank you, guys. The book is killer, and the best thing is the book is done. So Pamela said as soon as we get the trading cards printed, which they are at the printers at this moment in time, we will start fulfilling black and white orders. So that's one of the main updates I wanted to tell you guys, that we have original artwork, we have the sketch tier artwork, and that this book is going to start shipping soon. So even before the campaign is over, that's the plan, at least at this point. It's all going to depend on our vendors, our printers, and when they can get us those trading cards. So all the orders won't be fulfilled by then, but we can start before the campaign is over. At least that is the plan. Today is one of those realizations for my wife and I, Pamela, who fulfills all these things, and she's my business partner, creative partner. We write and stuff together, and so this is one of those days where you kind of have to backtrack a little bit and evaluate and go, you know what? There's what we want and what we thought, and then there's what's actually happening. So Pamela had a long conversation with David over at Mixam, and we're trying to get this Chrono stuff taken care of, get the details ironed out, and it looks like, once again, we're delayed. It just seems like everything is, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And it's so weird when you have the book done and everything that you needed to do is done. All the things that you could control are done. But then you have to rely on other people to keep their word. And I don't know, man. Having people keep their word is getting tougher and tougher every day. So she had a pretty good conversation with David over Mixam, but he was like, he was a little, I don't know, testy, I guess is the word. So what we're going to do is we're getting a second proof made of the Chrono Mechanics book, and he said he would ship it out next day delivery. So what he said today is that they're printing up the proof now and that it will go out in the mail either later today or tomorrow. And we should get it back hopefully by the end of the week. I'll let you guys know how it's going. But like I said, at this point, people tell us things, and I don't really trust them 100% anymore, because they also told us 3 weeks and we would have the books, and we don't have the books yet. So you guys, we're trying our hardest, and a lot of this is out of our control. So I just tell you what we're trying to do, what we're gearing up for, and then kind of the reality of the situation. So thank you guys for your patience. I do appreciate it. So here is the Second Chance campaign. So this is the brand new artwork for the Second Chance. I am calling it the Total Bot Annihilation poster. So I thought it would be fun to do some original artwork for this Second Chance campaign, something to set it aside and make it a little bit unique from the original campaign. So this is the artwork that's doing that. So yes, and all of these tiers, you guys, will come with that artwork in the form of those trading cards that I was talking about. So those went off to the printer, so we should get those soon. And I know I'm a little all over the place, but the patch, the Chrono Mechanics patch, that was the new stretch goal at 45K. We should be getting that by at the week's end. Yeah, the week's end. So Pamela talked to them this morning as well. So things are happening. We just got to make sure these people keep their words with us and get things done. So at this point, it's a matter of sitting on people and trying to get them to keep their word. So that is pretty much what we've been doing all morning. So yeah, so all the tiers are going to come with this trading card, which is cool. And then you get a little preview of 4 pages of the 54-page graphic novel that is square bound and is printed on upgraded paper and cover stock, which is very, very cool. And so, there's the artwork, the Black and White Volume 1 with drawing. So I have the artwork up for the tier now, and you can get this artwork not only in the tier, but you can get it as an add-on now. So at checkout, you can get that. And so here's the black and white Greg Capullo variant. We have one left in the total bot or the killer bot tier. There's only one left, you guys. Hold on for a sec. Getting a little congested. And so, yeah, so here is the original Greg Capullo variant. We have 20 left, but they're my personal stock. So we're trying to figure out, Pamela and I are trying to figure out what we're going to do with those. If we're going to offer them in this campaign, the next campaign, or if I'm just going to keep them, because we should keep a couple extra just in case some get damaged in shipping, just as a backup. So so at this point in time, there's just the one copy, and that's in that total bot annihilation tier. But what we did is we added a new variant virgin cover to this campaign that's exclusive. Well, not as exclusive, but it is new to this campaign. We may be offering this in a future campaign as well. It all depends on how things go. Everything is ongoing. So I think that cover came out really cool. So it's a remastered version of the original 1994 cover. Well, actually, it was a pinup, and then I made it into a cover. So I remastered the inks digitally, and then we got it recolored by Priya, who does most of the coloring for me. He did the black and white coloring, and he did the Chrono Mechanics coloring as well. Very, very talented individual, and works with a very talented crew of people. So that's that. And then my buddies over at Dynamite, Nick Barucci, said you can offer this bad boy up. So this is the black and white Vampirilla commemorative 25th anniversary, 50th anniversary. So 25 years for black and white and 50 years for Vampirilla. So I just did the cover. So it's a commemorative cover for issue 1 of Vampirilla. So that's nice. Thank you, Nick, for letting me have some of those to offer people. And so here's the fun thing. We had a bunch of stretch goals for the original campaign. So we're going to re-offer these stretch goals in the form of a tier and as an add-on. So we have the black and white trading card. We have the 3 button set. We have the 2 stitched patches. We have the mini print. We have the bookmark, and we have the new edition, which is the 3x3 sticker. So that comes with that total bot tier, which is right there. So there's one left, and then we have it as an add-on. So we may be creating a new tier soon. So, and keep in mind, you guys, the book is done, and every one of the tiers comes with a trading card. So let me go with the updates. I'm going to show you the updates here. So we just did this today. So from the T-Bear Vault, we have the 1994 original Image Comics pages that we're going to be offering. These are the story pages. So this is page 11 from issue 1. Reed Blackett not happy with the treatment of Miss Stone. So he lays out one of the thugs here. So we're going to offer this page. We have issue 2, page 14. This is the big bot reveal with our villain. So these are all vintage pages, you guys. I have not offered these pages in 25 years, so they may not be offered for another 25. And so then here's page 21 of issue 2. So this is towards the end there. And you might recognize some of these images if you have the volume 1 campaign or the volume 1 book, I should say. Yeah, so then we have those, and they're all in the forms of tiers. And then here is what I'm going to be working on today in this stream. So these are the pencils for the black and white head sketch or head drawing. It's way more than a sketch. It's actually going to be finished up in ink. So these are the pencils right here. So you'll get to see how much work is put into it once I get going on the artwork today. So that's the new edition. So I wanted to show off the artwork so you guys know what you're getting, and then also let you know what the artwork looks like from the 94 version of Black and White. So this is vintage Image Comics artwork here for your dining and dancing pleasure. So yeah, come by, check it out. If you like what you see, please back. I do appreciate it. Thanks to everybody so far that has backed and shared out. I do appreciate it. We have 18 days left, so we're kind of approaching our midway point soon. This is a 30-day campaign, you guys, and there's no plans of extending it or going in demand. So that's the plan at this point, and I'm pretty sure we're going to stick with it because we need to get going on volume 2 of Black and White, which we're hoping to get done end of summer, early September. So that's the plans there. So let me go back, see what you guys are talking about, and then I'll set up my my camera so I can start working here. So let me go back in time. I see some narwhal conversation. Once an incel, always an incel. Narwhal, you guys are brutal, man. Blue Samurai is in the house. Art, are you a big guy, or is that can tiny? What can? I don't know what can you're talking about. Not sure. I'm not very tall though, to be honest, but I am taller than Mike S. Miller. That was the ongoing joke for a year. That Mike was playing to the hilt. Narwhal is awkward by nature. Yeah, he is. He may be more than that as well. Too respectful of you to ask me. I guess I could ask. I don't know. What is this? So Narwhal is going to get Me Too'd soon. Are you serious? No, you guys are joking. But some guys will do anything to meet a pretty girl. He should be so lucky he's not doing enough to warrant anything close to it yet. Oh my gosh. So you guys are like two-timing me right now. You guys are on Narwhal's and mine, my stream. Narwhal has no clout though. Yeah. He was better of house sitting for old women. Oh man, you guys are revealing way too much. I think I'm gonna have to start drawing. The proof for Chrono looked good besides the wrong cut. Yeah, you know what? I have it here. The color is a bit off and saturated, but I was looking at the interior colors, and you're not going to get a great version of it on the camera, but they did look pretty good. So as you can see, let me find a page that it's real obvious. Yeah, it's kind of misregistered. So like right here, you can see, it is cut off. So Pamela had to argue, like they were like, oh, well, you set it up wrong. And I'm like, dude, don't mess with me. I've been doing this for 35 years. I didn't set it up wrong. Like, don't, you know what you say in these situations? Okay, if you're ever in these situations and it's obviously you screwed up, just say, we'll fix it. That's all you have to say. You don't have to argue. You don't have to finger point. You don't have to place blame. How do you argue with this? Oh, it's right here. How do you argue with that? Like as soon as I saw this, I would know it was wrong. How do you argue with this? You know what I mean? Like, how's that us? Let me find another one. Like see this? Look at right there. It's all cut off. So what they did, I know exactly what they did, but I'm not gonna work it out for them. Is they took it from the bleed all the way over, and then what was ever left, they just cut off. So instead of centering it, and then cutting it equally on both sides, they just cut it off from the one side because it's probably easier. I don't know. It probably is easier. So that's what they did. But they argued with her for a while on the phone. And I don't know. Just we sent it to you. You should be able to look at it and just go, hey, it's wrong. It should never have even been sent to us. Like as soon as I saw this printed, I would know it was wrong. Like nobody would do that. Nobody would want that. You know, as soon as I saw it right on the edge like that, I would know it was wrong, and I would never send the proof. The proofs are expensive. They're like $800. I think we got this one for $3. So he was also trying to charge us for another proof. He's like, $800. And I'm like, I don't care, man. I didn't make the mistake. You made the mistake. So anyway, I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent there, but yeah, that's kind of the frustration right now, you know, with just working with the different manufacturers and making sure that the quality is good and that they keep their word. And the other thing is we just kind of have to sit on them to make sure. So you can never relax. The Capullo Virgin variant was a very good idea. Yeah, actually, I think Vilnid came up with it on a Adam Post chat stream that we were doing. So we got Yul Carter in the house. RT Bear, what's the difference if I got black and white in the 90s? This is completely different. It started off as kind of just a like a reworking. Like I was just going to update the artwork, get some new color, and then maybe tweak the dialogue a little bit. But then the creative process being what it is, I just ended up rewriting the whole story and coming up with all new artwork. Well, pretty much new artwork. I'd say it's probably 70% new artwork, and everything in the book, even if it was from the original, is remastered. So it's all reworked digitally. So it's pretty much a completely different series. When it's all said and done, if you have the original and then have the new version and just sit down and compare it, you'll see it's completely different. But it's definitely a reimagining. It's based on that original version. And then volume 2, the conclusion of the story is it's going to follow the plot of the original issue 3 loosely, but it's going to have some major reveals and twists that weren't in the original. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to start drawing it. So I hope that answered the question. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think it's much better than the 94 version. I'd like to think I got a little bit better over the years. Hell, Artie Lang. Artie Lang is not in the chat. That is a lie. Hell, Mike. All right. Hello. Hey. Humphrey Bear is in the house. Okay, I'm almost caught up. Yeah, I'm caught up. All right. So I think that's pretty much it. I do want to go over the Chrono Mechanics campaign, but I'll come back for that. It's got some activity. You know what? I'm going to do it now just so I don't have to. I can get it off of my brain because there's some stuff I wanted to go over with you guys as well as far as updates for Chrono. Because what we're going to do is some of the stretch goals I'm going to have to pull down just because it's going to be too hard to keep track of things. And so I want to let you guys know which 2 they are. And so if you were thinking of waiting too long for the to back the book, you might want to do it soon so you can get those stretch goals. I just want to kind of give you a heads up so you know what is going to happen eventually. And I'm thinking that I'm going to take those 2 stretch goals down as soon as we get the book. So we were supposed to get the book early next week. We'll see how that's going to work out with this new proof problem. So so yeah, Chrono Mechanics is they're basically time repairmen, and they do more before the dawn of time than most people do all day. So it's a humorous action adventure sci-fi 60-page graphic novel. You guys got it to the point where we got to upgrade the whole book. So it's now a square-bound graphic novel format. So here's the cover right here, colored by the great Sean Ellery, who's helping me out on another project right now. He's a little bit of a pain in the butt too, but he does come through. He does come through with whatever he says he's going to do, which is good, which is nice. It's a nice change of pace. So yeah, this is also, there's a link in the description, so you can click on that, check it out at your leisure. But I want to get to those stretch goals so I can show you the stretch goals that you will get, and then which 2 will be taken down soon. So yeah, and then we have the mystery sketch add-on too. If you guys want to get an original piece of artwork, you might want to back this. It's only $20. No additional shipping. We'll pack it right into your box. It kind of works as an add-on, and then it'll be packed in the box, and you're never going to know what you get, because it's going to be just like random sketches. So I have a bunch of sketches, layouts from the book, just a bunch of stuff throughout the developmental process of this IP. So I'm going to find those and then just put them in an envelope and stash them away in the box and ship it off to you. And so they should be fun. They should be fun. Some of them are layouts, so you might be able to see alternate versions of the pages that actually were printed. So then we have the variants. So we have Oot by Sean Cheeks Galloway. We have Doug by Tom Bancroft. We have Zin by Aaron Lopresti. And we have Caravaggio, the prissy little Italian man, drawn by Carlo Barberi and inked by myself. And so then we have the poster package, which is cool. Most of these are oversized as well. So there's the Doug World Tour and the Time to Panic, which are big. And then we have the mini prints, the 4 mini prints for the covers that I just showed you. That's a pretty cool package, actually. So here we are, the stretch goals. So we have the 5 trading cards, which are at the printers. And then we have this one right here, which is kind of a commemorative of the campaign. So we unlock those. We unlock the buttons, which we have made. We have the guitar pick, which is made. And then we have all the upgrades, which you saw those. I already showed those in that proof. So 6 additional pages. And then the upgraded square-bound graphic novel format. So the 2 that I'm going to have to shut down, you guys, is the 112-page Chrono movie script, because it's just going to be too hard for Pamela to keep track of that. So we're going to shut that down. Pamela just sent out a bunch of those this morning. So if you haven't got your PDF and just backed, be a little patient, but look at your emails. And sometimes they go to spam folders too, you guys. So check those out. But I think, let me think before I speak. I believe those went out this morning. So everybody that backed today or last night and today, you will get your movie script, or you should have your movie script right now. It's 112 pages, and it was written by Matthew J. Hillary and myself. And it's pretty amazing. It's a lot of fun. And I can't wait for you guys to read the comic book to see how much the script kind of varies or veers from the story, but how much of a tribute it is to the comic book story as well. So those are going out. So if you back a Chrono book, you will get this movie script ASAP. And the main reason we wanted to do this tier is because we do sympathize with all the COVID people that are locked away right now. I know everybody's going stir crazy. So, maybe, it'd take an hour or so to read the script. So an hour of enjoyment, hour to get your mind out of being trapped basically, might be a good little diversion there for you guys. So that's the main reason we did it. So, but once we get the book and go into fulfillment, it's just going to be a little bit too much for Pamela to handle. So we're going to get rid of that. And then we have the 40K stretch goal, which is the golden time card. And I do have to cut that off at a certain number so I can start my drawings and stuff like that. So, and then we can know the print run on the golden time card as well, which we are looking into getting done. We don't have it done yet because we want this thing to really look cool. So we're trying to find a printer that can do it and do it right, because we're thinking of having it printed on actually gold, like metallic gold paper. So we're looking into that right now. We're checking different local printers and seeing how we can bring that together. So if you haven't heard and you back the book, 1 out of every 10 backer will get a chance to receive a golden time card. And if you get the golden time card, fill it out, sign your name, send it back to me. And at no additional cost to you, not even shipping, I will work up a 9x12. I'll do them live on the show. And then I'll work it up for you guys, and then I'll ship it out to you ASAP. So then you'll basically get a free drawing of Doug, the newest recruit to Team 9.2 of Sector 7. And then here, like I said earlier, we should get this back. I think Pamela said the end of the week. So when I get this, I'll show it off. The actual stitched version of the Chrono Mechanics Team 9.2 of Sector 7 patch. So this is, if you guys saw the black and white patches, this one's going to be, I think maybe like an inch bigger. And it's going to look really, really cool. And we just unlocked this bad boy. So thank you guys so much for getting the word out. Thanks for backing the Chrono campaign. I do appreciate that. These are all labors of love, you guys. You have no idea how much time and effort I've been putting into these life's work at this point. It really is. And I can't wait to get these books. Well, I can't wait to get some new people the black and white, because some of you have already got it. But definitely Chrono Mechanics as well. The book is going to be incredible once we iron out the details with Mixem. I do like the fact that Mixem is here. They're in the States. They're not China. So China has its own problems. I guess there's always going to be some issues. I'm just scrolling because I haven't looked at this artwork in a while, you guys. And I'm like, this is pretty good stuff. Yeah, so go check it out. Like I said, the link, both of the links are in the description. So I am going to set up my camera. I'm going to go with my smiley face for a minute. I'm going to set up my camera so I can start working on this artwork for you guys and get this thing done. Because one of the things I do want to do is just show you all the work in progress, how this stuff's coming together, and all that good stuff. Let me get the cord out of the way and see. I might have to go to the camera adjustments, but let me see what it looks like right now. So there's my board. Let me get my artwork. So you should be able to see this in my paper. So here is, it's not too bad. I know I can fix this and make it look better though. Let me hold on. And this is going to be fun. I've been looking forward to inking this up for you guys. I'm also going to move this camera down a little bit. It's up too high. So I hope I'm not giving you guys vertigo. Let me see. Does that help? Oh, that helps. Let me close this and then lower this. It's weird because this camera is really light sensitive. So all the light just, it's like too much for it. Hold on, I'm going to close these blinds a little bit and get. It's weird because I almost have to black out the entire room because like it's dark in here right now. let me see if I can go to the camera. I might be able to fix it here in the settings. Sorry about this, guys, but I really just wanted to hang out one-on-one first. I do eventually want to set up 2 cameras. All right, now it's too dark, but maybe I can fix this. That's too much. Let me do something else now. Ooh, there we go. Now we're cooking. That's pretty good. Get a little bit more light in here. So that's cool. Yeah, that's good. All right. So let me get the camera settings out. Oh, did I hit okay? Hold on. Yeah. So this is the artwork for the black and white tier. I'm going to be inking this thing up. Let me get my tools. I got my brush, but I need to get my markers. I always start off with the markers. I think it helps me build confidence. And then I go into the brush. So I kind of know the areas that I'm going to use a brush on, which is going to be the hair and some of Reed's armor. So let me see how this is looking. Do I want the camera closer? Looks like it's a little far back. Let me see if I can make the camera closer here. I really do need to set up 2 cameras. I think that would be cool to be able to go back and forth. But I am not a tech head. Yeah, I know nothing about that. All right, I think that's as close as it will get. All right. Can you go away, please? Thank you. Oh, cool, Spirits card. The script is fine as a PDF. We got it, sir. Oh, very cool. That's awesome. I have the weirdest craving for a Wonka bar. Oh, man. You know what I've been craving is Snickers. Snickers satisfies. I really do like, I like Snickers bars. Reese's is good too. Butterfinger, I do like. So I'm going to ink this up. And then I'm going to post it on the site. So I want to get the line thicknesses right. There's obviously a little bit more detail on these than the usual pieces I do. But I wanted to do something really cool for you guys. Something a little bit more special. So that's why I did all this detail. Okay. Get her her little mole there. The glamour mole. So yeah, the production on all of this stuff is pretty daunting. My wife handled it really good this morning with the printer. I was very, very proud of her. I mean, she didn't lose it, but she was very, very stern and she let them know that it wasn't acceptable. Like, I don't even know how, like, I'm talking about the chrono printing now. I don't even know how this stuff gets to this stage. Like, it does seem to me like if you just, after you printed that and looked at it, you go, oh, yeah, this is off. Like, I don't know why you would even think to ship it or to pack it up and then ship it out. Like, somehow we wouldn't figure it out. Like, oh, yeah, it's misregistered. Yeah, I don't know how that works. And then to kind of argue that a little bit on the phone seems kind of silly to me. Because I don't know how you could deny it. You know, how you could blame somebody else. The funny thing is too is we went over all the layouts with them, like page by page, and put them on. What they do is you drop them into their template. Like, they have I guess it's how it prints out. So we dropped each one of the pages into their template. So we had our template, but then we dropped it into their template as well. So, you know, like, how would any of this have been our fault? You know, they signed off on the template. But I'm still hopeful. He was still in the game, you know, when she talked to him this morning. So hopefully it'll all work out. And the thing I'm really looking forward to is that black and white poster. Like, I can't wait to see that thing all printed up. I should do this with the brush. Do the little details with the marker. Yeah, I really like to draw for you guys. I like to do this. I think it gets pretty boring just working alone, you know, in the studio. So it's nice to have somebody to hang out with. Yeah, I wish I was more of a current event guy. Sometimes it does help to just make small talk. So yeah, get the eyes in here. They're the windows to the soul. I thought I nailed the proportions on these drawings here, these faces. Like, I keep kind of playing with getting them right. I think as an artist, you're always trying to get better and trying to figure out new ways or better ways of doing something. So I think these work. So I was real happy with the way the faces came out. Yeah, I call these sketches or whatever. They're really like more like finished drawings. I think it's just because I don't really know any other way of how to do it. And the more I do, I kind of get a formula so I can kind of work faster. But when I first ink something or a new style, or, you know, I take a little bit more time. try to figure it out. But it's all good. I've been hanging out with this guy, Michael Bancroft. That dude's cool, man. I like everybody that's on his channel. Those guys are all cool. And last night he was counting down his comic Lucent, and it was a lot of fun. I went on his show, I think over, was it Friday night last week, after pontificators got pulled from YouTube for unruly conduct. Actually, I don't know why we got pulled, but it was probably the Jennifer Connelly images we kept posting up. The more Chester Busby was protesting, the more I thought it would be funny to keep posting them up. So, hey, Pamela, what's up?
Hey, not good.
I told them your story this morning about trying to get the best possible quality from the printer, and your conversation with them this morning.
Yeah. Well, they've got this, they're reprinting it, the proof. So we will see what this one looks like. And I am hoping and praying that that they come back, that it was just, sometimes things happen. I get that.
Yeah, I was telling them how kind of daunting and frustrating it is, because you kind of think like, oh, it's at the printer, and then we just have to wait to get it back, right?
Right.
And you just think, well, it's going to come back perfect. You don't think like it's, there's going to be a problem, and then, you get it back, and then, it's like it wasn't, I mean, it's a really simple fix, I think, but that guy kind of argued the point a little bit with you. Yeah. And I thought that was what was kind of uncalled for. He really should have just said, no problem, I'll fix it. Like that's the level of your interaction that should have taken place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then he kind of made you like double down on your conviction.
Yeah, and I'm a person, I really hate confrontation.
I love it.
It's one of those things, I will walk a mile out of my way not to have confrontation.
Oh, I dig it. I look out for it. Yeah.
But like I said, things happen. We're hopefully working through this. Did you show them the
proof?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've showed on some other streams too, so they can see that it's not registered, properly. The thing that boggles my mind the most, and this is the scary thing about just like integrity and quality control, is how did somebody not see that? You know what I mean? Before, like when it came off the press, to see that, it's obviously cut off.
Right. And it's so sad, because it seems like in our day and age that it is harder to get people who really care, to go that extra mile and to look at this. I don't know how anyone could have thought, yeah, this is a great looking book here.
Yeah, well, it's like their first response is defensive. You know what I mean? The first response is to be defensive, and then to say it was you, to like redirect the blame, I guess. And
yeah, he didn't do that, but
well, he did say like, like it could have been like miss like that we somehow
dropped it into the template wrong.
Right.
But there's only one way to do it.
And they signed off on that too. I mean, because it was on their template, so that's kind of weird.
But we're fighting for you guys.
We're fighting for your right to get your Chrono book.
To get your doggone best printed book ever.
Yeah, it's going to look good. I mean, the paper quality and the cover stock, everything that we got, back already, it looks good.
Yeah, that part is awesome.
Yeah, it's just kind of the main thing is it's just not registered properly, and that I do think I looked at the inside again, Pamela, and the interiors aren't bad. I think it's mainly the cover that the colors are off.
Yeah, the interior pages, the colors are good.
Yeah.
It's just the cover, back cover, and inside front and back cover.
Yeah, they're little. It's not even that they're saturated. I think they're off. But he said also that this is digital printing,
right?
But the book itself will be
on a different
offset printer, and so then the quality will be different as far as that's concerned as well. So we'll see.
But I think you guys will all like this cover. Instead of going with the slick this time, we went with that.
It's kind of matte. What is it called? Satin?
I don't know what.
Let me see. Maybe I don't know if they can see the. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, it's a little dark.
The cover, yes, definitely.
But yeah, it's not like the black and white. Let me see if I can find one of them. I was showing off your picture, Pamela.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, everybody was showing off their wives, so I was showing off. Let me see. It's right here. But the black and white one's cool as well, but it's a little bit shinier. But this one, it's glossy, but it doesn't reflect back. Well,
it has a soft
you can kind of
feel.
see it there. Yeah, it feels satiny.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see it there. See how the one kind of reflects the light and the other one kind of doesn't.
We thought we'd go for something different on this book.
Yeah, I really like this finish. Yeah, Pamela saw this in some samples and she's like, that might be fun to do like a slightly different take on it, different material. And I'm glad we did because it does look really cool. And like you said,
out, guys, we are working and I'm losing sleep. So.
Oh my gosh, you guys. She's losing sleep and I'm losing hair. That's not true. I'm not losing hair. I'm just trying to be melodramatic. I just don't want to be left out of this whole suffering thing.
Aw, poor baby.
Yeah, I know. I never have a problem sleeping. I'm usually exhausted.
Boy, you don't. You can. I don't know, man.
I'm one of those people that can sleep on a plane too. Can you can't sleep on a plane, right?
Not really. Somebody wants to know if you can't fight and get the Friday video back up.
I'm going to try because I'll tell you right now, it was the best pontificators ever. At least that's the way I remember it. But I may have been.
You were drunk.
Yeah, I may have been slightly inebriated.
Slightly? Where's the half bottle?
Go get it. It's in the other room. It's in the studio bathroom. Yeah, you guys, I might have a hidden talent. Let me see.
Yeah, there you go. You were drunk.
Yeah, this was full, the start of the show, so I can't tilt it, but it's about 2/3 of the way done. So I'm saving this for this Friday. So That came all the way from Tennessee as well. We have a family member that works for Woodford Reserve.
Did you tell them the proof, alcohol proof?
What is the alcohol proof?
90.4 proof.
Okay. So in a few hours, I drank 2/3 of a bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't have a hangover either. I felt really good in the morning. So like I said, you guys, it may be a hidden talent.
Oh, I hope you keep it very hidden. All right, I'm heading back out.
What, you wouldn't like me drunk every night? Would you rather me drunk or would you rather me hyped up on sugar?
Oh, drunk.
I think I'm more fun as a drunk than like sugar actually messes me up more than alcohol actually.
He is such a sugar lightweight. If he takes a bite of candy bar, he is tapping and drumming and he's running up and down. He cannot handle sugar.
Yeah, it's my vice. Who did we talked to somebody else who had like sugar has that kind of effect on him. Who was that recently?
I don't remember.
Yeah, they were like, sugar has a similar effect on me.
Now me, I can eat sugar all day long, but then I'm diabetic, so we know how that goes for me.
So we know how that story was told,
Yeah.
or it went down.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people like. One guy says it's very low gloss satin for the book cover.
Yeah, it is. That's what I was thinking of, satin. Yeah, it's actually, I don't know. I want to say it's gorgeous, and it actually is kind of addicting to touch. And also, it doesn't leave fingerprints. It doesn't leave like marks. You know, sometimes if it's real glossy, it'll leave like little, like I guess oil marks. But this doesn't. Look, I mean, there's no. I was touching it. There's no
and
marks.
Who knows when he washed his hands last?
Oh yeah, it's been a while. I mean, they're both really nice, but maybe I just like this one because it's new. You know, you always like things that are new, but you can kind of see the difference in the finishes.
Blue Samurai says, "Art is ADHD. Welcome to the family."
What is ADHD? Because I've been called that before, and I don't like it, but I don't know what it is. What is it? I know it's a disorder.
Let's see if I can. Attention
deficit disorder.
Yes, there's something about you can't.
Is it that I can't focus? What is?
You can focus. It's just you have enough energy running through your body at any given time that it's like an electrical outlet.
That's why I'm a good drummer, man. I can just go on and on.
Oh, Roland says it's attention deficit hyperactivity disorder.
Oh, so it's hyperactive. Okay. Yeah, so fueled with sugar. It gets interesting around here at the T-Bear household.
Oh, please. Is that what we're calling it these days?
Well, what else would we call it?
Disaster?
Oh, my gosh. This is a great place to live. How dare you?
All right. Well, I'm heading back.
Are you eating all my snacks?
Yes. I have to, because if Amanda sees me, she won't let me eat them.
You came in just to take my snacks, didn't you?
I did. I stole your Fritos.
Those are like Trader Joe Fritos, right?
Yeah, and they're really good.
They're like low sugar or something, right? I mean salt.
No, they're salty.
They're not like Fritos brand. Fritos brand, those things are like salt centered.
I think they're less greasy.
Are they baked?
I don't think so, but they are less greasy than the other brands. Anyway, I'm done. You're going to have to go back to reading your own
Did you say you're gung?
Maybe. Maybe.
See a gung.
Bye, everyone.
She's a gungdin. So I almost got my lines blocked in. I can start with my brush soon. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with his suit here.
What time do you go in?
See where it all ends. Because it's like right in here. I don't know if I should do a big black shape here or how I should work that out. There's always something that I leave till the very end that isn't worked out. That's how I roll. Okay, so let's get this line in here. Get this line in here. And I think other than the eyes, I can do with the brush. Yeah. Okay. So if there's anybody that's just tuning in right now, this is the drawing that is offered on the Black and White Second Chance tier, the drawing tier. So let me see if I can get this. I had the ink was really thick the other day, so I got this. This was the original doodle. I think I did this on a Pontificators. All right, let's see if I can get this ink to work. It's very temperamental, just like my wife. Just kidding. She's not around, is she? She's not around, is she? You're busted. Let me get my glasses on. I'm going to read some of the chat, and then I'm going to get back in and finish this bad boy. All right, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. That's me. Oh, we got good fingerprints on my covers is something that really pisses me off. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. She battles with it. She struggles so hard. She's pretty much fighting the good fight. There, she has good days and bad days. So, I forget what level she's at, but she's keeping it at bay so it doesn't get any worse. Cecil's rubbing off on me as far as the drinking. I think that's what you're talking about. Streaming under the influence. Oh, I'll tell her that. Pamela sounds like Jamie Lee Curtis. Very cool. Pamela's got a beautiful voice. She doesn't think so. She is the hardest person I've ever met on herself. Very low gloss satin. Yep. That is it indeed. Oh, you saw yeah. Chester has a really hot cousin. Too bad for him. Yeah, so he claims Jennifer Connelly is his cousin. I don't think so. I think he just made it up. Art, can't you fight? Oh, okay. Pamela read some of these already. Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't even get a notice. I'm going to have to dig deeper on my, in my YouTube, because I didn't see any notice that where I could even fight it. So I have to look into that. That's all new to me. Do it like a negative. Ooh, I did like those John Byrne, those negatives. Those were pretty cool looking. All right. Oh, Blue Samurai is going to take off. I got to go. May tune in later. All right, man. Well, have a good one. Hope to see you back. Lucky Skydiver says it looks good already. Well, thank you, man. I do appreciate that. Oh, fixing typos. Ironically, one of the symptoms in the ability to hyper-focus at times. It may be related to getting into another world, details, etc. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. All right, paper, hold up. Ink, hold up. I got my brush. Let's see. Let's get some blacks in here. Actually, it's a little too watered down. So I want it to be somewhat loose, but not quite as tight as a comic book, my comic book artwork. And then I'm going to do the gun sight solid black. I was originally going to do it red, but then I was thinking about it. I was like, no, I think it looked cool. Like black, just bold. So yeah, I don't know. I like, yeah, sugar. I do have a chemical reaction to it, but it's weird depressants or whatever, like alcohol. I almost excel on it. Like it, I don't know if it calms me down, if that's the thing. Like it's like a chemical reaction, so it calms me down to the point where I can focus, or I don't know what it is, but I don't get drunk very easy. It takes a lot. And when I was younger, I'd drink beer. Not that I hate beer, but if you're drinking beer to get drunk, it's a long way to go. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, this isn't like ego, but I could drink a 6-pack in a few hours and it probably won't affect me at all. Like painkillers and stuff like that too. Like sometimes I just like to get like just kind of the shit knocked out of me before I go to bed. So sometimes I'll have, like, my favorite is just like vodka and cranberry juice, and I'll have a few of those, and it'll kind of wind me down. And then sometimes I don't do this a lot because I know it's bad for me, but I'll take a sleeping pill. Sometimes I'll take them at 7 o'clock, or I'll take them like right after dinner, and it'll just kind of mellow me out in the evening time. But it doesn't knock me out. It just kind of mellows me out. Like if my wife takes a half of one in like a half hour, she'll be like knocked unconscious. But you know, I can be under the influence of one of those things for hours and hours. It just kind of relaxes me, but it doesn't put me to sleep. I'd be like that scene in Ace Ventura, you know, when he's getting hit with the tranks and he's running and he just keeps getting shot with the tranquilizers and it doesn't do anything to him. But then finally he gets hit with 1,000,000 of them and then drops. I think that's how I made. All right, it's coming together. So let's see here. Get a line in here, here, here. Yeah, there's a lot more fine lines in this than I thought originally. But you can see it's coming together. Actually, it looks like it's far away now. Hold on, let me get the camera. Let me see if I can get this closer. Close to the edge, close to the edge. Do. All right, let's see. All right, move that over. Wow, you're not moving at all now. That's really bizarre. Okay, let me go to advance. Camera control, zoom. Wow, nothing's working. That is really weird. That's bizarre. Apply. Okay. Let's see if this works now. Default. Yeah, it still only goes to a certain point. That's really weird. Let me see. Camera control, zoom. Yeah, nothing. All right, you guys, I'm trying. Camera's being a wing dang. I'll just do this. There you go. Okay. So let me get some more ink in my brush so I can lay down some lines. I have a feeling this is going to take longer than I originally thought. But usually when I do one, it takes me the longest. And then after that, it's pretty good. All right. Let's get some more of the hair. I keep trying to figure out how to do Reed's hair. It's all ongoing. You guys probably look at it, it's like, oh, well, you just do it the same way every time. There's certain isms that I don't like, so I try to work with it. I'm trying to make it more like organic looking, less like it's poured out of a mold. Because nobody likes molded hair. People like hair that's all wispy and flying around and full of life. Wispy hair. Wow, that's coming along. Look at that. I'm going to put a thicker, bolder line right there. That's why I like brushes. Look at that. You don't mess around. Okay, I'm going to put a big thick line there. Digging it, digging it. Okay. All right. A root. Let's do this, do this. I'm going to put some black in here, but I don't want it too solid. Wow, that worked out. I'm happy with that. A little bit more white. Lay down some blacks for my gun sight. Wow, it's coming along. Let's throw some, be a little looser in here. All right, let's get some of this dry brush in here. All right, I think I got the lower, let's get some of the lower jaw in here. Fill that in a little bit, fill this in. Well, I think we got Reed Blackett, aka Black, pretty much in. I got to do his little power tattoo, a little mark. That's how you know the power suits are linked with the individual, is when their little tattoos show up. We established that in volume 1. So I want some of the lines to be fairly thick, and then some of them not so much. I'm going to bring in some rendering here. So now I'm going to be locked into doing some rendering, because it'll look funny if I just do it there. So yeah, you guys, I do have this available on the site. It is the head sketch tier. So go check it out. And I think there's 9 of them we have already backed. So I'm kind of set on doing as many as it takes. So I'm going to offer a bunch of these, you guys. So if you want me to draw, I would love to do that. I like to do commissions, but I haven't had much time to do them. So I feel like I can do the commissions here. And I'm not like taking away from black and white time. What's up?
Oh, I just wanted to mention that in the next few weeks, we want everyone's opinion, because we're thinking of moving from California. So we want to know what states people are excited about living in.
Oh, you want me to take a break and show them like the? Do you have those houses from Ohio? Can you send me those?
Oh, I don't know how to do that. You know that.
Well, I showed you. Just copy and paste the link. And
Well,
just
first we need to know where people what they think of the states they live in.
well, I was going to show some of the places that we're looking at, so then maybe we can get input that way too. No?
I don't know how.
Oh, I have some I can show. Do you want me to show?
Well, yeah, if you want to. But yeah, we're thinking of within the next, by this time next year, we want to be out of California.
That's the plan.
Yep.
And so we've been looking really 3 different places, right? So Ohio, Connecticut, and
We've looked a little
at Salem.
Yeah, except Salem, their prices are very, very high.
For what you get too.
Yeah. So we just wondered what everyone thought of the state they live in.
Yeah, you guys chime in. Let us know. Because a lot of people say Texas, but there's a lot of Californians moving into Texas.
Yeah, we have somebody, it says Texas.
Yeah.
South Dakota. I haven't thought of South Dakota.
The Dakotas.
What is good about South Dakota? What makes you like that state?
Donald says not. He says not Tampa. I'm hurt. Wait. Oh, that I'm not. We're not looking at Tampa. I'll tell you, I actually love Florida. I love the way it looks. I love the people. I love everything about it. The only thing is humidity and alligators. And
it's more the alligators.
Yeah, I'm not kidding you guys. I'm deathly afraid of alligators. Snakes are bad, but I hate Californians live in Austin. Yeah. Austin's nice, though. I do like Austin, but I did hear that keep Austin weird, and there's I don't know how to say it without being mean. Oh, there's New Hampshire.
Huh. I thought New Hampshire it was super duper cold. So that's why I haven't looked there. I will start.
You lived in Washington, right?
Well, I think he means Washington State. I lived
okay.
Virginia,
in DC.
Yeah, which is not a state, but DC isn't. But
I lived in Ohio, pretty quiet and boring.
My family lives in Ohio. So that's one of the reasons we are thinking of Ohio. They live in Mazatlan now.
And we looked at, there was like a lakeside property. Where was that at in Ohio?
That's near Mazatlan. Yeah.
Because I liked that place. So this is, okay, I can show this, right?
I don't know how. But
no, I'm just asking like that you don't mind me showing it.
Well, no.
I know how to do it. I think this is one of the houses that we were looking at. So where was this? This is in
Mazatlan.
Are you sure?
I believe so. I believe that one was.
Or was this? No, this was. I think this was.
This is not Connecticut.
This is not Avon.
No, this was. I don't believe so. But it's a. I don't want us to get in debt type thing. But it's a beautiful home, and
this is only $600K.
700.
No, it was 6. It was $599.
$699.
I thought it said $599.
No.
Yes.
That's 600,000.
I know. I said $599.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I don't think I said $699. Did I?
That might have been me. I thought it was 6. That's still 600,000 that's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? How do I get back? Is this it? Yeah.
Yeah. We like the pool.
I like everything about it. I think it's good. It's in the price range. The backyard's nice. It looks a little high maintenance, but it just depends on the weeding. And it does snow here, right?
If this one is Ohio, yeah. And so does Connecticut. But I hear Connecticut, the snow comes and then goes really fast.
Is this the one? No, this doesn't have the deck. It's all the backyard, right? That has it's the beautiful backyard.
Yeah, maybe this one was Connecticut. And maybe because the other one was definitely Ohio.
Wait, this one shows off the neighborhood. Yes, it is a neighborhood. You can see some houses over there. So it's not too isolated. Because some of those places in Avon that we were looking at, they were really isolated. Ugh, that's pretty gross.
I think the clothes come with the house.
The clothes,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's got a basement too. That's crazy. Like you guys, there's certain parts of the world that have basements, which is quite the departure for us.
Yeah, California doesn't have a lot of basements.
It's got a fire pit. That's really nice in the evenings. So then,
go back. Let's see what other people are saying about their states.
Okay, we can do that. Man, you get so impatient.
I'm an impatient person.
Okay, Donald says not Tampa. I got that. I got it, Donald. I'm writing it down. Not Tampa.
Dakota. Well, that's the
Dakota
second
here.
person that I will start looking.
No alligators in Dakota. Stay away from South Dakota unless you want to have your neighbors dig you out of your house every winter. Oh shit! I don't want that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm kind of trying to make my peace with snow because I'm a native Californian. I've never really lived in snow. You have, but I never have. And so I'm kind of looking forward to a change, but I don't want crazy snowstorms, where you get snowed in. And I think I would get cabin fever and I'd get pretty nutty.
So
Is I borrow ideas?
yes.
San Antonio or Houston.
More bang for your buck. We can look through there.
I have friends. We have some friends that live there. We have friends that are moving there. Is Houston more on the southeastern side? Or is that on? Because I always get Dallas and Houston mixed up. I don't know if they're more like on our side of Texas, because there's the deserty side of Texas, and then there's the more southern side of Texas. So if we moved on the more like western side, it would probably be similar climate to what we're used to. But if we go from that midway point more southeast, then it would probably be humid, and it also is greener, so there's more green.
Roland says go to New Hampshire. What is Alternab or Alternab?
Well, write it down here. Alternab.
What is that, Roland?
It's a place. It's a place
in
New Hampshire.
Join.
Oh! It's it's probably like some kind of yeah.
I'll look it up. And quiet and boring is good these days. Yes.
Yeah, actually, that is kind of the mindset. When we moved out here in Corona 26 whatever years ago, it was pretty quiet. What is this?
When we first
have you seen Sherman the Tank on the gold course?
When we first moved here, it was so dark that we could stand in our driveway and you could see the Milky Way. And now it's grown. Corona has grown so much.
Yeah, it's still beautiful, but I think that our leadership here in California is letting everything down. So I think that there's a lot of homeless. The taxes are crazy. There's water rationing now. There's a lot of nutty stuff going on here. So
and the taxes just keep going through the roof.
Yeah, well, I mean, every year they seem to go up.
Yeah.
And then gas prices every year go up in the form of taxes, right? It's usually like the gas prices go up per gallon, but it's because of the tax, the state tax.
And then nothing comes down. So
I'm going to write Woodlands, Texas.
Okay. I'll look into that. In New Hampshire, that got a couple there.
Woodlands, Texas. Almost anywhere but live in the country sticks. Yeah. That's kind of what we're looking at is not that I want a bunch of land, but I would like to be able to go out in the back and then just have a beautiful view, just where, and also where it's more natural, because I don't want high maintenance. I don't want a high maintenance yard. That's why I kind of don't like Ohio, because they have like big lawns, like just huge lawns, and I don't want to mow. I don't want to mow anything. So this is Avon too. I can show this one off. So this is also Avon. Is this the one? Yeah. So this is probably more winter time, so the trees aren't all, with their leaves on it and stuff. But this looks really pretty. It's doable. There's this weird kind of deck that's out here, but when you see some of the other pictures, you'll realize why it's there. There's a river right in front of this property down the hill, and it's pretty killer, man. There it is. Look at that. That's pretty. I think it would kind of be weird to walk across your driveway to that deck, though.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be kind of weird? But
the trouble, to me, I love that kitchen, but the trouble that I'm seeing with Connecticut is that it is also pretty high taxes. That's why I'd like to know if there's anyone in the stream that lives there.
Yeah, because we looked at the taxes; they're comparable to California. Right?
But I don't know if I'm looking at this stuff right.
But we have our letterer, Blue, and he could probably help us out. Well, is this a basement room? Did I ask that before? Yeah. This is like a basement too, right? Like a little kitchenette or something in the basement. It's got a bar. I wonder if the pool table comes with the house, because there was no furniture anyplace else, so that's kind of cool.
Well, they probably don't want to move the puppy.
Yeah, it's heavy. So so there's various places that we're looking at. We're just at the beginning stages right now.
So we're looking at anything and everything that looks interesting that pops up.
Yeah, like everything in LA is expensive. So yeah, finished basements, studio, fulfillment center.
That's right. That's right.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, we want to stay in this crowdfund place for a long time. So that would be interesting to also, figure out a place that can have a future, as far as crowdfunding. So what are you reading right now?
I'm reading about what Donald said about living in South Dakota.
8. This winter could literally walk up 45-degree pitch and be on the roof.
That's a lot of snow.
Oh my gosh. No, I don't want that at all. Like, yeah, I don't want, like, to me, you hear about, oh, it's whatever in, like we get the news here and it's like, oh, they're snowed in. And then there's this, there's always the guy and he'll open his front door and there'll just be snow packed in the door, like about like 3 or 4 feet of snow. And then I'm like, what the hell? Like, you could literally get snowed in your house. That sounds like hell to me. That's scary shit. Like, you could die in your house. I don't want to die in my house.
Well, growing up in West Virginia, we had a lot of snow. And, I don't want that. And again, I don't know how Ohio is, because my family says, oh, yeah, we get lots of snow. But I don't know what their idea of lots of snow really is.
What we should do this winter is just plan to take maybe 2 or 3 trips to various places, because we have friends in all these areas pretty much, and go and hang out during the winter and see what it's like.
Donald's funny. He goes, yes, and we moved that spring.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Because what were you were looking at Minnesota and you're like, look, Art, look at Minnesota. I'm like, you realize like the snow in Minnesota is nuts. Like, that's not even, the only way I think I would live these places is if, I heard that they have heated driveways and that you can have like these it's kind of like gardeners or whatever that can come and they'll like plow your driveways and stuff. And, I think I would have to do something like that.
Well, that's true. I mean, we'd die of a heart attack if we tried to shovel snow.
Well, it's just not my idea of like good retirement, going to a place that's high maintenance like that.
All right. Well, just keep us in mind if anyone that comes into the chat later and happens to see this, send us your suggestions on good states and why they're good.
Yeah, Texas has got a lot of tax breaks and stuff too, and I like that they're progressive in the sense that like businesses, they're more open to new businesses coming in, and their regulations aren't as like strict and stringent as they are here in California. And the thing when I do comic shows and go into Texas, I like that people there don't seem to be they're not crazy about their money. Like, if they see something that they like at the show, they just buy it. Like, here in California, they'll look at it, they'll walk away, they'll come back, they'll look at it again, and then they'll make an offer. They're like, is this negotiable? Will you go down on the price? They ask stuff like that. And I'm like, well, no, I can't. And then they'll just like, oh, well, I can't afford it. And so I always feel bad. But I do like, Texas, because every place I've been in Texas, it seems like it's just the opposite. People don't have those qualms, because I just don't think I think their industry and their employment and everything is fairly good. There's job opportunity, which there really isn't here.
Yeah, I was wondering if I've looked at houses in Georgia, and, places in Georgia look good. It's just so hard to know. That's why we thought, people in the chat that live in these places could go, yeah, I live in the best state ever, and it's blank.
Yeah, Georgia's nice, but there's humidity, right? I mean,
Yeah, but you don't go out anyway.
well, then at that point, then snow and any of this isn't even an issue. I'll never go out. You can just, be the hunter or the hunter gatherer. I'll just stay home and do my YouTube channel and work.
Well, you are pretty much like that meme that went around when the pandemic hit that showed the artist at his drawing board, and it said, me before the pandemic. And it's the same picture for me 3 months later, 6 months later. It's the same picture.
Yeah, it didn't really affect me much. Although there is a psychological aspect to it that it's the idea that you can't leave. You know what I mean? Or that it's harder to leave. That's the issue that I'm dealing with. It's just that if we did want to go somewhere, there's nothing really open. There's nowhere to really go.
Nighthawk Warrior says that he likes your black and white sketch.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's coming together. It's getting there.
All right, I'm leaving again.
All right, leaving again. Thanks for helping with the chat.
Everyone.
But you could see that we're dead serious about this. I've always loved California. It's been a good state. But I'm seeing a major decline and quick. Like it hasn't been, like decades upon decades. It's really only been a few years, and seeing some really horrible mismanagement from our leaders here in Southern California. I just don't have a lot of faith in Gavin Newsom and his little group of idiots. And then just the opportunities. We also want to be able to bring our daughter into a place where there's maybe, more opportunity than there is here now. That would be really nice. Because really all there is, unless you have a high-tech job, but I have a friend that has a high-tech job, and even those guys are struggling. But it's all retail, and you're not really going to do well just retail. Like your aspirations are, I'll be management one day. I'll be able to manage, Safeway or something. And I'm not knocking it, but she's got, she went to school, she's got a degree. There's things that she wants to do, and being a professional barista or retailer isn't really what she's dreamed of doing. So, it would be nice to be able to live somewhere that has potential and a future. And that's really sad to say, because a lot of people come to California still and think that there's, it's the way it was. It's all, the Golden State. There's all this opportunity, things like that. But there really isn't as much as there used to be when I was younger. And I didn't really understand how much until my daughter started trying to get work and trying to get into more of the, take care of yourself, be on your own, and the rents. And it's just kind of it's a nutty place right now. And there's a lot of other states that are doing better, and they're managing their states better. I'm going to thicken up, read a little bit, do this hatching here, and then call it. So here's a little bit more close up. I got his arm. Put that in. And like I said, I got to figure this area out, but I think I'm going to do that some other time. I appreciate you guys hanging out. As always, it helps pass the time. Thanks for your input on a future dwelling that possibly has more of a future, and where the dollar goes a lot further. I think it would be nice. Well, that worked out. All right, a little bit more here. I like to really make under the chin thick. I like that look. Okay. Let's see. Let's put a little bit more weight on her back here. And then let's do this. Like I said, you guys, I was debating whether to do some rendering. And I'm going to do some rendering. All right. I think this is it. I can do a little bit of that gun sight just so you can see it all graphically come together. But let me check the chat here real quick. See what you guys are talking about. Show off this piece real quick. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. Yeah, go check out the Black and White Second Chance campaign. This is a tier, and you can back it, and I will draw one of these up for you and send it out, and you can enjoy it all on your own. And really, these are the only commission type drawings that I'm going to be doing for a while. I always throw my wife under the bus. What? LOL, Art throwing his wife under the bus. If you don't go anywhere, then I don't care if there's 8 walls of snow. Oh, 8 inches of 8-inch walls of snow. You can dig out and drop off these packages. Yeah, I mean, if I don't have to leave the house, as long as we have a good heater, because I don't like cold. Well, I don't really mind it, but it gets cold, like 0 degree cold. That's nuts. Nice black and white sketch art. Thank you. Hey, Nighthawk Warrior, what is up? That's because they've deciding on your art or gas. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, in California, and I don't blame them because it's expensive to live here. But at the same time, if you're doing shows and stuff, it makes it hard to make a living. Okay, Replicant says California is in the later stages of what could potentially happen to my state. Our leaders are morons. Were you in Washington? Where were you at? I forget, Replicant. Let me see. Maybe you follow it up here. They just started to clear out the commie occupation of Capitol Hill because of business threatening lawsuits and others leaving the state. Yeah, that's been happening here for a long time. I explain, sometimes there's a really nice lady, and um, she's a friend of the family. We know their family, and she cuts our hair and styles, Pamela's and Amanda's hair and stuff. And she runs a salon, and every couple months, man, there's like new legislation and hoops that she has to jump through to have her salon up to whatever California standards. And they just keep shifting and changing. And I don't know how they expect anybody to really run a business that way. Because every time, they say something, it costs her money. Like new sinks, new handless sinks, all this shit that they just they're convinced it's for the greater good, like the environment or whatever, but at the same time they're just dumping on small businesses. And I think I read somewhere where the majority of businesses here in California are small businesses now. So it's kind of counterintuitive to put too much restrictions on them, because they're hiring the bulk of the people here. And they just don't have the money, I mean, they're living hand to mouth. And then you're just like, oh, well, for the environment, we want you to add this, we want you to add that. And then they're like, well, how am I going to pay for that? Yeah, they legislate everything. It's kind of ridiculous. I really feel bad for them, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why I do know why she's doing it, but if it was me, I wouldn't. I would be out of there. But she comes from a family of barbers. Like her dad was a barber. I think some of her family members run barber shops. So it's kind of in the bloodline. It's like their family business. But it's really hard for her to make money. I don't like when good people have to struggle just for simple things, when it doesn't have to be that way. They could legislate laws that make it easier and more profitable to do business. I remember, like, when I had a studio, and it was in Yorba Linda, Anaheim Hills, and it was nice. It was 2 rooms, 2 pretty good sized rooms. It had a kitchen, like a little mini kitchen, sink, and a bathroom. And there would be, every once in a while, there'd be people from the city, and they would come by, and they would go, you need a business license. And I'm like, it's technically, it's not really a business. It's a studio where we're all just the thing is, like, the old studio, we were all subcontractors. Like, everybody paid for their spots. It wasn't like, I wasn't like an employer. They were independent contractors, and they paid for their work area. So, like, every desk section in the studio, they rented the space, And so they worked out of the studio, and so we did it that way. And they'd still come every once in a while and they go, you're a business. I go, not really, not in a traditional sense of a business. They're not employees. It doesn't work like that. And so I would kind of keep them at arm's length and just keep it going that way. And I never really got busted, but they tried their hardest. And then they tried to come in and started trying to say, oh, well, the electrical here isn't up to code. Oh, you have too many things plugged in there. If you don't get this fixed by whatever time, then we're going to have to fine you. And just a bunch of crap like that. And oh, that's what they were saying. They were like, well, you have a storefront property. I go, this isn't the storefront property. I said, this is a business center. I said, there's manufacturing here. I don't think any of them were like storefronts where you could go in and you could buy something. And then I do remember one of these women, she had the checkboard, the clipboard, and she's like, what about all this stuff you have on display? And so I had action figures, my comic books and all that other stuff, because it kind of looked like a comic shop, my studio. And she goes, well, what about all this stuff? I go, that's mine. I go, I don't sell that. She goes, well, it looks like a storefront. I go, well, it's not. She goes, well, what if somebody was driving by and saw this? I go, then they would come in and they might want to buy the stuff. And I'd go, well, it's my stuff. I'm not selling it. Like, what the hell? And so it was just really weird, like that they had their hands out, just trying to nickel and dime a small little studio that was just trying to hang out with other like-minded people and do comic books. And they tried their damnedest to force me to get a business license. And then even when I moved the studio back here, I don't know how the state finds this shit out, but they sent me a letter. They're like, you're running a business out of your house. You owe me X amount of money, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's not really a business. I'm an independent contractor. You're going to nickel and dime me? This is nuts. I'm not making crazy amounts of money that I can jump through your hoops. Like, I'm barely making enough money to pay your frickin' blood money in the form of taxes. Like, isn't that enough? Yeah, it's pretty strange. But I don't think I really don't think they care. I don't think the city and the state cares anymore. I had this kind of conspiracy idea about Southern California that they want to get rid of the riffraff, right? So they're basically pricing the riffraff out of the state. So they're going to get rid of the riffraff, and then they can just have the elite come in. So it'll almost be like the whole state is just Beverly Hills, Like the only people that will be able to afford Southern California will be the rich and the elite. And the reason I think that is because there is overpopulation here too. There's a lot of people that come here because it is a beautiful state and the weather is perfect. So there's people that really do want to live here. And so I think that in lieu of having a state sanction like where they close the borders or whatever because of overpopulation, they'll just price people out. So they'll just price the riffraff out, and then only people that can afford to live here will live here. And I don't think the state will get any better. I don't think it'll be a more beautiful place. It'll still be the same, but it'll just be more expensive to live here. And only people that make X amount of money will be able to afford to live here. Which I don't know. I mean, if you look at things, that seems like it's true. But I don't really know. I don't know what their end game is. All I know is that I'm not going to be part of this social experiment anymore. I don't have patience for it. You know, there's really beautiful places in this country that you can go live, and your dollar can go a lot further. And that's what I'm kind of looking forward to as well. There is overcrowding here. We've only been here for like 26, 27 years, and they've already added to the freeway here, which before they even opened the new freeway, it was already obsolete as far as traffic and people. So they're not even keeping up with the population, and there's no mass transit or anything like that, and there's no real plan for it. They have trains, but I had a guy that worked here. Man, I felt so bad for this guy, right? So he couldn't really afford, he could afford a car, but he couldn't really afford gas and all that other stuff. So and the maintenance and all that other stuff of a car. So he took mass transit to the studio here. And so there's a train station not too far from the house here. And so I remember once we were talking, and he was telling me how much money it is to ride the train. And oh no, that's what it was. He couldn't afford a down payment, and he had no credit. So he couldn't buy a car. So he could afford like gas and everything like that, but he just couldn't afford the down payment for the car and all that other stuff. So he rode the train, and then he told me how much the train was, and I was like, you could actually, it'd be cheaper to own a car. And he said, yeah, if I had the money for a down payment for the car, I could do it. And I was just like, wow, that's pretty crazy. That, like, because I always think of a train as like it's cost effective. Like you could ride the train and you'd save money. But from what he was saying, it's not really, you don't save money. And here in Southern California, you don't. I guess it might be more convenient just because you don't have to drive. But it wasn't cheaper for him. So I thought, like, wow, way to go, Southern California. You build mass transit and then you price people out of using it. Like, what kind of asinine idea is that? Like, taxpayer dollars go into building these new rail lines, and then you price it out of people's price range. Like, it's absurd. Like, it should be a good alternative to, traffic and driving a car. They should incentivize riding a train or a bus. They shouldn't penalize you. And it really did feel like the state was penalizing people for riding the train. And then he would say, like, the train would very rarely be filled. The train would have a lot of open, space. So then you start thinking, well, they're not even, because of the pricing, they're not even filling these trains up. So the state is they're just money grubbing a-holes. And there's a ton of inconsistencies in the state. Like Corona City Hall has like pretty much a park in front of the building. Like there's all this grass, right? There's all this grass. And then there's a huge fountain, a huge water fountain right out in front of the city hall, right? And then they have water rationing, and they have penalties if you use more water than what they say you should use. So then they can't tell you not to use it, at least at this point. But what they do is they just ream you. So they make you, they pay like on a sliding scale. If you use X amount, it costs you this. If you go beyond that, it costs you more money. And it's basically just barely enough water to maintain your life. And so, every so often, we drive by City Hall, we see all this beautiful green grass, we see this, amazing water fountain, and then I think, yeah, you guys can have that, but I can't have enough water for my yard. Like, what kind of hypocrisy is this? It's bullshit. Like, I'd like to see their drought resistant yards, while they have all their golf courses all perfect grass. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, that's the stuff that we're kind of tired of, just the major hypocrisy of all of it. The BS, if you will. All right, so I'm just being kind of dumb right now and just building up some lines. Falling in love with the sound of my own voice. All right, so I'm going to figure out what to do here. And so what's the last most important thing we do, boys and girls, on a drawing is we sign our names. And I just had my ruler. Where the hell did it go? Oh, there it is. I put the glasses on. All of a sudden I can see. Yeah, let me get my pencil. I just got to make sure the signature's straight before I get involved. Just put a line down and then ink it up. So yeah, if you guys are tuning in late, this is going to be the tier. This is the artwork for the Black and White Second Chance head sketch tier. So I thought I would do a sample up for you guys so you could see what it would look like. Quite frankly. So here's the signature, you guys, the most important part of a drawing. Some people might tell you, they go, what, anatomy, perspective, composition. Those guys are liars. The most important part of your drawing is your signature. And never forget it. I would love for one of you guys to be at a convention and talking to a professional and get your portfolios reviewed, and then have that guy break down your artwork and then just turn to him and go, "Oh, really? Well, RT Bear says the most important thing is the signature." Yeah, and see what their faces look like. It would be hilarious. It would be so funny. And then you guys can report back to me and let me know. Tell me your tale. I want to hear it. If we ever get back to normal, if we ever get to go back to conventions and hanging out again, that would be nice. Yeah, there's two major conventions I've already missed. And then the San Diego Con isn't going to happen this year as well. So I think people are going to be jonesing for that Comicsgate convention. That's going to be a blast. That's going to be a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. And just, I think the best thing will be, not only do you guys get to hang out, with some of us, but you guys will get to hang out with each other. You'll get to meet each other and hang out. I think that'll be cool. Okay, so I'm going to hold this up one last time so you guys can get a bead on it. And you can see them. Look at that. Look at that signature. Woohoo. Woohoo. So yeah, this is the piece. Let me hold it straight because it gets a little warped. So this is the artwork. So if you back the head sketched here, this is what you're going to get. And other than this part right here that I haven't figured out yet, I was going to do it with ink wash, but I'm really not sure. I might do it with hatching or just actually draw in the chest and just define it. But yeah, there's a lot more to this than just a headshot. So this is almost like bust shots of the characters. I think it looks great, man. Yeah, look at that. I'm very happy with this. So yeah, I would love to work some of these up for you guys. So please go check out the Black and White campaign, back the head sketch tier. We also have it as an add-on now. So when you're checking out, or if you just want to go and add that on, feel free. Like I said, I do love to draw for you guys. I wish I could do more commissions and things. I do miss that, but I want to spend all my time on bringing these campaigns together. I don't have that much extra time these days, so I feel it would be bad if I was like taking a bunch of commissions and stuff, and you saw me working on that while you guys were waiting on your books. So I don't want you guys to feel that way. I want you to feel like every waking moment I'm working on Chrono Mechanics or Black and White and trying to get these things done for you, because that's really what I'm doing. There is a fee to breathe in California. Give it time, my friend. I do also think they're trying to desensitize us to these masks, because they wear masks in China all the time. Vulture taxing. Yeah. Oh, Pedro, I'm going to write down your last name because I want to post your artwork that you did the other day, but I didn't know how to spell your last name because I want to make sure that you get full credit for that. Also, I hope you don't mind, Pedro. I showed your artwork to my animation partner for Black and White. So if you guys haven't heard, I am developing Black and White as an animated show. So I showed it to him, and he was like, would you mind if I get in contact with Pedro? So I didn't tell him yay or nay. So I wanted to check with you first. So I don't know what he has in mind, but it's probably no good. No, it's probably work of some sort. So he was very taken with the Black and White image you did. You know what? I should try to find it and show it off. Hold on. I mean, this thing is so cool. I want to let people see just what the hell I'm talking about. I think this is the tweaked up version, because I mentioned something about the tattoo on Whitney, and then I think the version that you showed me, or that it went through D Geek Art, had part of it cut off. So there was, let me crop this better. I think the bottom was cropped out. So let me bring this in. This thing is so much fun, you guys. I can't wait for you to see it. And this will give you an idea how cool like the Black and White characters will look animated with a cool design. Because that's what I want. I want like cool design. I don't want it to look too realistic. I don't like animation that looks like they're trying to be photorealistic. I just don't think it translates well. All right, I got it. Let me go back. I'm going to close some of these tabs while I'm here, because it probably slows everything down. So I'm in StreamYard again. I'm back. So I'm going to show off Pedro's brilliant artwork here. And thank you so much. I got to do something with this. Maybe we'll do a stretch goal trading card or something like that, or a new sticker. Hey, Pamela, you want to see this since you walked in? I know I showed it to you, but this is the, it's not cropped. And so Whitney's tattoo is in place.
Awesome.
Yeah, so this is Pedro. I can't say his last name.
Caicedo?
Caicedo. Caicedo's probably Calicedo. It's got an I in there. I don't know. Calicedo. I hope we're not butchering it too bad, but we do appreciate your artwork. This looks amazing, man. This is so cool. I'm so flattered. He just did this, you guys. He just drew this up. I did a stream with him a few nights ago, and we were talking about inking, and he was asking for some inking tips. So I gave him a few tips, and then he showed me some of his animation. Well, I guess it wasn't animation. He's working on a new book, like a comic book. So it was like a hybrid between animation and more realistic. And so I think he was trying to figure out a more realistic way to approach the artwork with a brush possibly. And he wanted to bring more shadows into it, like realistic lighting, like darks and lights. You usually don't do that with animation style like this. It's usually outlines. And so he just nailed it. Look at this, man. There's parts of this drawing that have inspired me, like the light up, the little lines around the grenades, I think look very cool. And I think you kind of redid like the tattoo designs and the shoulder pieces and the harness. It looks really cool, man. Really, really cool. I'm very, very flattered.
Is that the one that D Geek sent?
Yeah, she sent it. I don't know how she got a hold of it, but she sent it on behalf of Pedro.
Hers was really awesome too.
Yeah, she actually worked up, like she did a reenactment in her style of the first issue's cover, which I thought was very cool, and I was very flattered by that as well.
She's a cool person.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool people that hang out with me in the chat, and D Geek Art's one of them. Pedro is one of them. So yeah, I have your name written down now, so I'll give you full credit, and I'll post that up and show it off. Did you see Oni? There's a fee to breathe in California.
Tell me about it.
Yes.
You are penalized for living. Yep, that's true.
Yeah. There's something else that I just read that they want to repeal some state law. I forget what the hell it was, but it was something about like discriminatory laws and stuff like that they want to get rid of. But I forget what the details were. I mean, the way they frame it up, it sounds like a good thing, but I don't trust any of those guys enough to make these decisions. Because I knew what California was when I grew up here. Even when you moved here, you said was majorly different.
Oh my goodness. I thought I had died and gone to heaven back in the early 70s when I moved here.
Yeah, so soon. Please do. Thank you for giving me permission. Yeah, I'll forward your name and everything to him, and possibly it'd be cool maybe to get you to draw the book, because I want to do a black and white animated version that's based on the cartoon show that John and I are going to put together, or that are putting together. So let's see. I live in Orlando, and I can't find any info on this Comicsgate convention. Todd, I think that it's really tentative at this point, but I believe it is going to be in Orlando. And is it going to be in March or May of next year? I believe. So don't quote me. And like I said, all these plans are really, really tentative at this point. But it is going to happen, and it'll be a hoot, as the kids say these days. It's going to be a hoot.
What kid says that these days?
All the kids, Pamela. You got to get out of the house more. You got to hang with some of these kids, man. They're saying hoot, and they're saying holla. They're saying hoot and hollering. Yeah, that's what they're saying these days. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't ever question me.
No.
Yeah, I got my finger on the pulse of what people want these days.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, don't let the gray hair fool you. Yeah, because I'm.
He dyes those gray. Yeah.
Yeah, I do dye them gray. Yeah, because it's cool. Because I like to mislead people. I like them to second guess me or underestimate me. They're like, he's just an old fool. He doesn't know what he's doing. And then I'm like, aha, I know exactly what I'm doing. Pamela's just shaking her head. Guys, sometimes I wish I was a woman just so I could look at men with that disapproving look like my daughter is right now looking at me.
Trust me, you've got your own disapproving look.
Yeah, but I can't get away with it the way you can. Uh-oh. Okay. Are you guys gonna go pick it up now?
Yeah.
All right.
What you want?
I want one of those crazy ass burritos. Those
Garbage.
the garbage.
Did you tell your followers that if you reach a certain stretch goal and dyeing your beard blue?
Oh, he didn't tell.
You're welcome, chat room.
Well, now you have to tell
Get
them.
over there and tell them.
Well, we got to come up with a dollar amount. Maybe I'll do this as the first stretch goal. So what is this now? You got some kind of like access to all this dye now, right?
Oh yeah, the hair dye company that I use is sending me a big box of whatever hair dye that I want. So I'm like, gonna dye my dad's beard blue.
Yeah,
but there's some like stipulations. He won't let me do it until he picks out a dollar amount for the campaign.
Yeah, she just wants to do it for the hell of it, but I'm like, I don't do anything for the hell of it.
That's true.
Like I have a dollar amount. Everything I do, you guys, comes with some kind of stipulation, some kind of string, or some kind of dollar amount. So that's how I.
Yeah, when he says he loves me, there's this string attached.
Oh yeah, there's a big string attached. So it usually is attached to her purse or her wallet, and then I just tug at it, and then it comes back into my hand, and I pull the money out of it. Credit cards, money.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all the same.
So what do they think of the blue beard?
No. Oh my God. What is this? I saw something about, I thought it said adult diapers. What is this? I think because all I said, Pedro's like, right. And then I saw something like diapers and it looked like adult diapers. I don't know. Okay. Art. Right now I'm animating. It's DAULT. Adult diapers.
Where is it? Oh.
And tuna cans.
Yeah, adult.
It would be an honor and a privilege and a creative nirvana to draw your book. If the cards fall where they should, I'm in. Wow, cool. You guys heard it first, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. So is that the name of the cartoon show you're working on? Adult diapers and tuna cans. With a title like that, how could you not watch it? Yeah, that's a perfect title. I'm in. All right, man. The future's looking so bright. I got to wear freaking shades. All right. So that's very cool, man. So Pedro, I got it, man. I got it. It's all good. It's all good. Man, I want to keep talking to Pedro. My imagination's going crazy right now. I'm thinking, no, it's adult diapers for real. What the hell kind of show is this? Hey Pedro, you gotta put a link in the chat. Everybody in this chat has got to find out what adult diapers and tuna cans is. Humphrey Bear says adult tuna cans. I don't know, man. You know what I'm gonna do while we're waiting? We're waiting for that link, or just send it. I don't know. Yeah, if you could put it in the chat here, Pedro. Send me just a link to there's got to be a site or something. So I'm gonna go, and I'm going to check out and see where Black and White is at. See where this whole thing, this crazy thing, is at. Oh my gosh. All right. This is a good day. Chrono went up too as well. Well, let's do this. Pedro says adult diaper commercials and tuna can commercials. Oh, okay. All right. So you're probably doing storyboards or something like that. I thought the animated show was called Adult Diapers and Tuna Cans. Which, you know what? That could be a catchy title. Even a song. It could be a song. Adult diapers and tuna cans. It'd be like a good country western song. My whole life I see tuna cans and adult diapers in my future. Twang, twang. All right, here we go. I'm going to stop effing around, you guys. Let's get down to business. Let's get down to business and defeat the Huns. All right, so Black and White, Volume 1, Second Chance. We are heating up the charts, you guys. My life is changing. Every day you guys are making things better and better for me and my family. So keep backing Black and White, Second Chance, so I can have a second chance to get the hell out of California. Get the hell out of Dodge. Yeah. So if you haven't heard, I ran a campaign for Black and White Volume 1 last year, and it was a huge success thanks to you guys. And so the books were done, printed up, shipped out, and we closed down the campaign, not knowing that there was a lot of you that still wanted the book. I'm so lucky. I'm so blessed, you guys, to have a fan base like this, to be part of Comicsgate. This is amazing. I pinch myself every day, and it hurts like hell, but I can't stop it. Ow, ow, ow. I'm doing it right now. No, I'm not. I just made that up. Okay, so we have the second chance. So I wanted to pretty much reenact the original campaign. The only difference is we couldn't do the ash cans because we completely sold out of those. And the idea behind this was I didn't want to go back to print on anything, except I did make an exception for the Greg Capullo variant, but I am probably going to use that with the Volume 2 campaign as well. So I'm going to overprint those and offer them at that point. Oh, wait, I still have my updates open. So let's go here. So here's the artwork, you guys. So this is the artwork that will set this campaign aside from the original campaign. So I did the Total Bot Annihilation artwork along with the brilliant Kyle Ritter. I am so also blessed to be able to work with such a talent like that. And thank you, EVS, for not interceding and still letting me work with this guy. I do appreciate it, and I know that you're very territorial with him, and I don't blame you. I would be as well, because this man is a beast as far as coloring. So we have this, and so we have 3 different places that we're bringing it into the campaign. First and foremost is the Total Bot Annihilation poster. So these are 24 by 36 oversized posters. These are big posters, you guys. And it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to ship these, but we're up for a challenge. And so then here you get to see that each one of these tiers comes with that same artwork in the form of a trading card. So these are the 25th anniversary trading cards, you guys. They're commemorative. The backs are really cool. I showed them on a previous stream. And those, I think, went out to the printers today. So we're not going to miss a beat. We're going to get those back. And Pamela, since the book is printed, she's going to start fulfilling this campaign as soon as we get those trading cards done, because we can't send out any of these out until we get the trading cards, because each one of these tiers comes with a trading card. So she said that she I'm getting too excited. She said that she will be fulfilling this before the end of the campaign. So it's all contingent on getting this trading card. So hopefully there will be no strings attached, and we'll get that stuff printed out up without a hitch. So we got that. You can see that it's a 54-page graphic novel, square bound, and it's on completely upgraded interior and cover stock. Square bound graphic novel, you guys. This, we're not messing around. This is a beautiful looking book. And so here is an illustration. of the original Greg Capullo variant alongside the new new Virgin cover. So Virgin means no text, no logos, no nothing like that. So but let's see if it's sold out yet. So the only place you can get the Killer Bot tier, and that has the last original version of the Greg Capullo cover. That also comes with all of the stretch goal goodies, you guys, which I am going to show off right now. So the stretch goal goodies are all done, with the exception of the new not stick it to the bots, the Total Bot Annihilation sticker, which is 3x3, which is also at the printers. And we're getting those made up. So this is comprised of the trading card, the 3-button set, the 2 stitched patches, embroidered patches, the not oversized print, I'm sorry, mini print, and the bookmark. And then, like I said, the 3x3 brand new sticker, which will be added to the original stretch goals. So the stretch goals are only offered right now in the Killer Bot tier, but it can be added on to any of your orders in checkout. And so I'm going to let you feast your eyes on the 25th anniversary of Black and White and the 50th anniversary of Vampirilla the cover. And so this was through Dynamite. We partnered with Dynamite, and they let me do this cover, also colored by the amazing Kyle Ritter. So we have this. We have a few of these that were basically, I asked Nick Barucci over at Dynamite if we could have some for this campaign. He said, sure, no problem. So I'm not sure how many we're going to have at this point, unlimited, but I'm sure at some point we're going to have to limit these. So we have that as a tier, and also we have a tier where you can get all 3 of the books. That's in the featured tier and also the Killer Bot tier. So we have a bunch of artwork from the original book. These are story pages, original 11x17 story pages from 1994. And if you go to the update, we have better versions of those pages. And so then you just got to see me ink this one up. This is the Black and White Volume 1 with drawing. So this is the book with the drawing, and you got to see me draw that up for you guys. And that was a lot of fun. So we have 9 claimed there. And also you can get that as an add-on. So the featured tier, which is discounted, you get all 3 books plus the poster and the trading card. And once again, you guys, these books are done. They are printed, and Pamela's going to be shipping these things out to you soon. As soon as we get those trading cards in, orders are going to be fulfilled. So let me go up. We got 315 backers. So that is awesome. We're approaching the midway point for this campaign, you guys. And the way it's set up right now, we're only going to do 30 days because we want to get into the Black and White Volume 2 campaign. So we don't want to keep it in demand and Pamela will be booked up. We want to get a little bit of a break between the campaigns. Although the Chrono campaign will stay up. The Chrono Mechanics campaign will stay in demand, but this one most likely will not. So once it's done, it's done. We may be offering some of these books in the Volume 2 campaign, but they may also be at a premium price. We may raise the prices on them because they're going to be more limited at that point. So let me hit refresh. 315 backers, 317. So we got 2 backers, you guys, during this live stream. So thank you so much. I do appreciate that. We have 20,833. That would be ideal if we could round that up to 21K by the end of the night, you guys. So I do thank you so much. The backer numbers is incredible. I am so happy with this. So yeah, let's see if we what is that? 160, 157. I don't know. It's like $157 that we would need to get to 21K. So that's doable. We could do that. Let me see. Since I refreshed it, let's see if We still haven't sold out of the Killer Bot tier yet, you guys. So we still have that floating around. That's got the last, it has the last Capullo original cover. And that will not go back to print. Once that's sold out, that's sold out. So that would put us over that that mark. We will be at 21K if we got that. If we got that into some lucky backer's hands. So very, very cool, you guys. I'm coming back to the stream. I've rambled enough. So Dr. Pepper, what the heck are you guys talking about now? The Pepper Anthem. Wouldn't you like to be a prepper too? Be a prepper. Drink Dr. Pepper. Dink Dr. Pepper. What is this? The art. Alternab was a typo. Oh, okay. Alterna Comics in New Hampshire publisher. Also, that's where Peter Samedi is in New Hampshire. Yeah, I would like to hang out like with some of these guys. I would like to actually be in closer proximity as well. So possibly New Jersey. I'll go be neighbors with Ethan Van Sciver. Wouldn't that be cool? We'll live on the same street. We can shoot pool. I'll get a pool table. We'll shoot some pool. And I'll go over to his bar. I think he's got a bar in his basement, so we can do some drinking. Drinking and drawing comic books. Can life get any better? I submit not. Yeah, there's one left. I think you're talking about the Killer Bot tier. Yeah. Oh, no, Mr. Bill. Oh, no. All right. So I'm going to wrap this up. I'm getting a little tired. As you can tell, I'm starting to slur. I'm starting to get a little worn out. I did a little dance for you guys. I drew this this piece of artwork for you. I'm going to have to figure out how to finish Reed's chest here. Do something artful, something simplified, but artfully done. So thanks you guys for hanging out with me. Thanks for watching me draw. It does help the time go, and I do appreciate that. And please do go check out Black and White. Support it. We're only going to do a 30-day campaign. And also Black and White has been doing really well. So I do appreciate you guys backing that. And two of those tiers, like I said earlier in the stream, we're going to pool those tiers. So the drawing tier, the golden time card, and the tier that has the PDF of the movie script. So we're going to have to do that just to try to simplify the orders, so Pamela isn't inundated with that as well. So she's gonna be doing two campaigns at once. She's up for it. When she says she's gonna do something, she doesn't mess around, you guys. So that is all for now. I hope to be once I eat, I'll be probably hanging out in somebody else's stream tonight because I am full campaign mode, getting the word out for Black and White. So if you guys could also tweet out, help get the word out that Black and White is live right now. The Second Chance campaign is going strong. And like I said, this is guerrilla marketing, man. I do appreciate all the help I can get. So thanks again, you guys. Enjoy your evening, and I'll see you soon.